Hello everybody, my name is Alex. Can you guess what? Now, I want to ask you a question. Why our Earth has land? That's because of trees. That's because of plants. Now, imagine if the Earth don't have plants anymore. What would it be like if plants disappear? Will our food source run out too? And how would the oxygen supply help us breathe? And also oceans too. Plus, we need to really pay attention on this, or this screen cover will be lost. Well, everyone knows the first topic. It's oxygen. Imagine when you're outdoors. When you breathe air, you take oxygen, you take more air. Trees help support air. They release away carbon dioxide in the air. Well, if trees disappeared, and the trees are cut down, millions of trees. The first thing we noticed that the oxygen supply ran out. Well, yeah, you know that. But not just oxygen, but what if we don't need to cut the trees, but we need to burn them? Speaking of burning trees, do you know the biggest wildfire in the earth? It's in California. Everyone knows that. So it cut down and killed millions of people and millions of trees. Well, if trees disappeared, CO2, really CO2, will enter our air. We cannot breathe anymore. Just say as our masks. We don't need masks anymore. Just throw them away. I know that this sounds very, very sad though if trees lost their animals, plants, and everything in the world. Without them, our whole earth will collapse. Imagine, if you want to write or draw anything, trees have not been cut down though. But to us, if trees are not cut down, then we will have no food. And even no, paper to write on, to draw on. Well, this may sound happy because we don't need any homework. We don't need any work anymore. Well, this may sound sad. But still, this also sounds happy because it will not rain and natural disasters will not occur anymore. As rainwater, like trees, big trees, as forests, many wild tropical forests include lots of trees. When it rains, trees absorb minerals and nutrients from the roots and then turns into the stem, just kidding, trunk, and into the stem, and into the leaves, and into the air, making it rain again. Soon enough, the leaves start to fall down. Ooh, it's fall. But still, in winter, it does not have leaves anymore. To spring, it has, flowers. In summer, it has fruits. You not know that occur if that our planet would have no trees, then we have no food, even no candy. Imagine Skittles, one type of candy you very like. If there are no fruits, then it might totally collapse. Even makeup. And plus, We need to stop cutting down trees and making a lot of paper. It's important to save trees because I know that trees absorb CO2 for us. Trees also take water for us and also food. Is your stomach rumbling? Hey, I know what. Trees also give fruit to us. Trees give fresh water. First, we have some water, and then we take a tank and then pour the worms and soil nutrients and the bad germs away. And then you go through a tube and the salt gets trapped in a tube and then the water flows out, making it safe to drink. Not only that, but thousands of people are trying to make water more fresh, but they can't because people are cutting down trees. Though, we need to stop cutting down trees because it gets our medical supply. You know the wildfire? Actually, droughts will occur very often. It's hot. Everything is hot. Because there are no natural disasters and no rain. If there's no supply still, maybe our entire earth will collapse. Animals also can collapse. We hunt on animals. Predators will have a hard time finding those creatures and animals. Our food chain will collapse. That is, on top of the food chain, humans, that is us, will also disappear. Eventually, our entire Earth will turn dark and red like Mars. And so, it's important why oceans can also trap those photosynthesis and killer and everything that makes us breathe, even oceans. But that's not enough for the ocean, as trees release more oxygen, more than oceans does. Even also bugs will also die. And that bugs that feed on plants would die. And shelter, they live on trees. Camouflage? No way. The good news is there are no predators for us to scare, like snakes and cockroaches and rats. But these might decompose for a long time. So that's how our pollution came into a drastically very, very green entire planet will sometimes disappear. As well now, in our balconies, we also kept trees inside it. And so inside our house. But as there are some bad disadvantages. First, if you sleep at night, you cannot breathe under a tree. You cannot sleep under a tree because that the tree will release CO2, and CO2 is also harmful for humans. Ants will not pop up in our homes anymore. Well, we will have a party time, but eventually we will die. Can you believe me? We will die. And so, it's important not to cut down trees. I knew a lesson that when I am 4 years old, I went to Thailand. No, not Thailand, but Singapore, the most freshest country with no garbage. And so I see a lot of trees though. It gave me more oxygen and not much CO2. As I said before, CO2 will start popping up. Even it is more than a year in Europe, Asia, and in North America, especially in the USA, France, and also Russia. Well, I know that trees are loving. If you're a tree lover, don't forget that if our continents had formed because of the green cover. And so, even dinosaurs in the past also eat the green cover. That's why our Earth today, our water and our green cover and oxygen and everything is the Earth to breathe in. Not much like the other planets. So that's the end. I want you to know that. Think a little bit if this video. Why do the trees cut down? If so, we will have no paper. We will die. It's heart-loving because the trees are sometimes our natural things for our Earth to survive. Well, we can't survive without them. So now, say thank you for your trees. And now say goodbye and thank you for listening to everybody. Thank you for listening.